As we head into Halloween weekend, we have a special edition of our Doctor on Call segment. You know, Dr. Ryan Stanton, an emergency room physician, is usually here with us, but today Ron Burgundy is going to speak on his behalf, I believe.
Well, I kind of felt like the third wheel for a while, coming in here as the doctor on a news set, so I figured I'd come in here as the anchor man, bring the real doctor of the house here with us to talk about some Halloween safety.
Yes, Ava is our doctor on call today, so she's going to be giving him lots of important advice. Halloween is so much fun, and a lot of people get into the costumes and the decorations, but you know, being in the ER, it's also a time when you see a lot of increases in injuries related to all the festivities.
It is a wonderful, fun time of the year, but it's a time when you have kids outside in the neighborhoods when it's dark, in costumes, when it could be dangerous. You know, you have that can't see very well, and that's some things to think about. We've got her here today in a little doctor outfit that is light colors. That's important to think about. That way, if the car can see them if they're out there near the road. That way, if they're out in the shadows, you lose sight of them, you can catch them pretty easily. Dark clothing that we a lot of times will see with capes and outfits can be actually dangerous at night. Other things to think about: masks. We don't have a mask on her today. She's a little bit young for it. Probably scare a little bit. But the masks need to. These eye holes are a little bit small, difficult to see, lose peripheral vision. Easy way to get hit crossing the road. Flashlights are always a good thing. Glow sticks, reflective tape, and the candles. In terms of that's actually a candle light right there that doesn't use an actual candle, can cause a lot of burns. The necklaces, flashlights, and especially if you've got boys, I'm not going to be dealing with this, I don't think, too much, but the swords and props need to be safe. We see a lot of eyes getting poked out. We see a lot of cuts associated with the Halloween festivities.
And if you can't tell from at home, this is actually foam instead of that hard plastic that
if we had
can cause
lake,
some
we
problems.
could float it across it.
And, of course, there are things that, even if you don't have kids, hazards within your own yard that you need to worry about with making sure that trick-or-treaters can just make it in and out of your front yard or sidewalk and that kind of thing with falls. And, of course, the motor vehicles are a huge issue with folks crossing the street.
And ours, you know, the houses, you know, we've got hoses across the way. A lot of people have props out there. They've made their yard into a graveyard. You need to make sure that stuff is safe and somebody's not going to get hurt, because there's no worse thing than ruining a holiday with somebody getting hurt, whether it's your child or somebody else's child, and having to come into the emergency department. I mean, this can be a very fun, but it needs to be a very safe time of the year. And no matter what's done, we're going to see some people in the emergency department, but we want to try to limit that as much as possible.
Well, some great advice, and we want to remind you, we took a little bit of a break from our viewer questions this week just to get you the important Halloween safety information. But if you do have a question for Dr. Stanton, our Doctor on Call, just look for the Doctor on Call tab under the health section of WTVQ.com, and you can also check back to get answers to some of the previous questions that have been submitted. Are you ready for Halloween, Miss Ava?
Yeah.
What are you going to get for Halloween?
Candy.
Candy. She already knows everything that a 2-year-old needs to know about Halloween.
That's all.
And she's going to be safe doing it. Thank you, Doctor on Call, for being with us. And Ron Burgundy, you going to stay classy as we go to break here?
You got to stay classy, San Diego.
We will be right back with the classy Mary Wasson out of Keeneland for your forecast.
Hey, thanks, Chrissy. So would that make you Veronica Corningstone and me Brick from Anchorman? I don't know. Anyway, we're out here out at Keeneland, and we're having a great time. Perfect forecast for it. I'll show you that coming right up after the break.